One thing I see fairly often is a property coming off the market because it didn't sell. Either it had expired or it was canceled because the owner just didn't get the activity or the results they expected. The first thing to understand is this: almost all homes that fail to sell are still very sellable. When a property doesn't sell, it's almost always because of one or two things: the pricing strategy that was used, or how the property was positioned and marketed to buyers. And pricing strategy doesn't simply mean being the lowest price. That's a common misconception. The other piece is marketing. Not just how much exposure a home got, but whether it was actually positioned in front of the right type of buyer. That requires understanding who the buyer is first, and then having a plan to reach them effectively. If your home didn't sell, there are a few really important steps to take before making the next move. The first step is to pause and regroup. A property not selling doesn't mean that you're stuck with it forever. It usually means that the strategy just missed the mark. Taking a short step back to reassess is far better than rushing back on the market with the same approach as before. The second step is getting honest with feedback and clarity on why it didn't sell. More importantly, what would need to change for it to sell the next time. That typically includes pricing, positioning, and how the home is brought back to the market. What I would caution against is immediately relisting with the first agent that calls you, mails you something, or knocks on your door. Activity does not always equal experience. Taking a few days or even a week to evaluate the right strategy and the right representation is time well spent. The third piece is understanding that experience matters. As soon as a home comes off the market, sellers are inundated with calls and promises from other agents. Before making any decisions, it's important to understand who you're working with, what kind of business they do, and whether their experience supports the recommendations they're making. Getting a home sold for the best possible price in a reasonable amount of time isn't accidental. It's a result of informed decisions, proper positioning, and experience guiding the process. If your home didn't sell the first time, the goal isn't to repeat the process, it's to correct it.